Hello guys, welcome back. Now we have science, okay, and we're going to be continuing with the topic we introduced on Monday, which is reuse and recycle. Okay, we already know what to reuse means, right? It means to use an object for a second time or for another purpose, okay, and to recycle means what? You tell me what to recycle means. I'm waiting. I'm going to leave you with that. Make a video and tell me what it means to recycle an object. Okay, so let's move over here on my desk. And you see different objects on my desk. Here we have a hand sanitizer made out of plastic. Here we have a cup, a bottle of water, a box of shapes. And here we have this scissors holder made out of a plastic bottle. Here I have a box of colors, a stapler. I have some books and paper. Here I have a box of shapes. Here I have a tin of, yummy, right? Okay. And I have a pail or a bucket. Here I have a pan. When this gets into the pan, you can imagine, right? And here we have a sieve. And here also I have this xylophone made out of wood. Okay, so here we have some objects that can be reused and recycled just like you see here. This is a bottle of water just like this, okay? And when you're done drinking your water, instead of you throwing the bottle away, you can just make out something from it or reuse it to store maybe another liquid inside of it, or maybe reuse it to store things like this. So if you look at this properly, you can see that a part of the bottle has just been cut out and we use it to store our scissors. Alright, so this is an example of reusing an object. And here you have a box of paint, okay? Now, when you're done with using the paint, you can equally use this box to store maybe your pencils or your crayons. And this is an example of an object that you can reuse, okay? Here we have a book, books, and a paper. Alright, maybe when you're done reading the book or working inside the book, or you don't need the sheet anymore, we can try to make use of it into another thing. Like for example, I can make use of it by turning it into a shape. Okay, you see what I'm doing, right? Instead of just throwing the paper away, I can fold it. Yeah, and there you go. What shape is this? You think, all right? So these are examples of items you can reuse, like the buckets, and you can equally recycle them. Like this box, if I feel like, okay, I need to store something else in the box and not the shapes, I'm just going to put away the shapes and use the box for something else. So I'm reusing the box for something else, for another purpose. Alright, so there you go, these. So all these plastics are things we can recycle and reuse. And now I want to, okay, this is a thing also. It's made out of metal, okay? So maybe when you open it and make use of the content inside, you can wash this thing and then make use of it for something else. Maybe you can use it to store a flower. You can take a flower and put it inside and use it for decoration at home. You paint the back and then use it for something else, all right? Now we also have objects that we really cannot recycle because they are already made. They're already made and cannot be recycled into another thing. For example, we have this pan, this metal pan, okay? As you can see, it's already made out of metal and can only be used for cooking or frying in the kitchen. So we cannot recycle this easily for another purpose, okay? Because this is going to last for quite a long time, all right? And then we have the xylophone, which has already made into this object, and we cannot really recycle woods, okay? Woods cannot easily be recycled because they kind of retain their property or their shape for quite a long time. So these are some examples of some objects that you cannot recycle or reuse for another purpose. Yeah, just like we have the stapler, alright? We already know that we use the stapler to hold piece of papers together. So it cannot be reused for something else. You cannot say, okay, I'm going to use the stapler for playing. It's not a toy, okay? Or you're not going to say, I'm going to use the stapler to make a car. No, it's there only for its purpose, which is holding papers together. Okay, I think I have, yeah, and then I have the basket here, which we use for a trash can in our classroom, and it is made out of metal. Now, if I decide not to use the trash can for this basket for a trash can, I can say, okay, I'm going to use this to pack the toys in the classroom. So you see, it serves it serves many purposes at the same time. All right. I hope you now understand the lesson better. So let's go to the book, to the workbook, and finish up the work in the book. So for that, I would like you to open to page 309 in your workbook. And when you're there, the first thing we do is to write the date. Today is Wednesday, January 26, 2021. So when you're on page 309, you write the dates. Alright, and then when you're done with the dates, it's kind of a fun activity in the book for us to do. It says, the instruction says, look at the picture. Color the objects that are being reused or recycled. Okay, so this is a really fun activity. What you need to do is to get your crayon or your colored pencil and look at this picture properly. Okay, look at the pictures and all the objects you see in white. Take note of each object that is in white and black. Now you're going to look at those objects properly and color the objects that are being reused or recycled. You only have to color the objects that can be reused or recycled. Now take note, not all objects here can be reused or recycled. There are some of them that you cannot reuse for another purpose, and there are some of them that you cannot recycle. So you only have to take note of the ones that you can reuse and recycle, and you color them for me, okay? And then when you're done with that, you come down here, it says, how can each object be reused? Draw a picture. So here we have a packet of chips, right? How can you reuse this container? Like when your mom gets you a packet of chips, a box of chips, and then you finish eating it. How can you reuse this object? So you draw how you can reuse it in this space. And here we have a box. Okay, let's just say it's a box of chocolates or something, and then you're done with the contents. How can you reuse this box? Draw the way you reuse the box on the space. And when you're done with that, you take a picture of your work and you send it to me, or you upload it on your portfolio in Class Dojo. Remember, if you don't understand anything, do not hesitate to contact me and I will explain later. Have a wonderful day, guys. Ciao.